Hey YouTube, I am checking in. The last couple days have been quite the scene in the cryptocurrency world, from Bitcoin pulling back, lots of corrections going on, Bitcoin Cash getting added to CoinBase. That was fun, and everything going on with all the all the all the altcoins going on. So today I have a cool little video. I'm going to break down a lot of my picks and what I'm going to be looking into for 2018. A lot of the things that I'll show you today, I'm already positioned in already. I want to make sure I get a certain get in at the right time, right? A lot of these things like Verge, I was in at 2 cents, and I think it was currently at 14 cents, went up as high as 16, 18 cents in that range. So a lot of these altcoins are popping right now, and it's really good to get in a good position. But let me show you that. And before I do that, be sure to come over to the Crypto Doc YouTube channel, and also hit the like, subscribe, and start leaving your wallet address on the comment section as of probably my next video. So this is video number 7. Probably video number 10, I'm going to start giving away $5 in Bitcoin per video each time I put that out. And basically I'll pick anybody who leaves their wallet address, comments, subscribes, and leaves a comment on the previous video. So on video 10, I will be giving out $5 at the end of that video on any comments that were on video 9. And I'll just keep that up going. I'm at a place right now, I'm getting great returns, that I can start doing that. So hopefully as I start growing, the more I can start giving away per video, and use that to just help kind of build my audience. If there's anything you want me to focus on, or questions, or you want me to look into as well, I will do that. And let's just keep learning together. All right, so let's jump in. So here I put this little spreadsheet together. These are some of the things I was looking at. I did it yesterday 12/20. You can see right here, these are all listed by price. Anything from Dogecoin, which is a little bit under a cent, about 1 cent, all the way to obviously Bitcoin. So these are a lot of the coins that I'm going to be focusing on. And let me give you a little rationale of what I'm planning to do now that I put this list together. So how did I get this list? A lot of this came from my rationale. So I have a list of different rationales that I started putting together of what people are looking for, and some good fundamentals of what will support a cryptocurrency for the long run, what's going to ultimately lead it to be a success or a failure, right? So the biggest one for me, and this isn't really in a perfect order, I just typed this up on just some things that I thought, but I know for one, the biggest rationale for me is its utility. Does it have application in the marketplace? Something like Ripple, right, has a huge application within the financial banking world, and it's already being picked up. Other things, popularity and hype. On the same time, I'm in Ripple because of this. It has utility, and the second one is popularity and hype. And a lot of information and hype right now is that Ripple might be coming on to be the coin of choice for Amazon, just like Tron is being rumored to be the coin on Alibaba out there in China. So if those things happen, and then what else is in there? Big hype and popularity around what's going to be next on CoinBase. So I think right now what can control a lot of the price right now is going to be the popularity and the hype and the potentiality of that going on. So that's one of my markers right there too. Now again, these are just for me. I'm not saying it's perfect. If you think that there's other things I should be looking into, or anyone should be really paying attention to when choosing a cryptocurrency to invest in, and remember, my default is I'm here for the long run. I'm not looking to actively trade these on a daily basis. I'm looking for good entry points, for good price points, and then I'm pretty much going to be holding them for the long run. Now, long run in cryptocurrency world is probably like what, not even 6 months, a couple months, and then I'll reevaluate these things. But I am not planning on like day trading these, or such active trading. But with that said, other things that I think are important when you're picking a cryptocurrency to invest in is, who is the team? Does the executive team have some sort of For example, I know a lot of different coins that have popped up. The creators of it might have came from, say, Ripple, or might have came from some other cryptocurrency, so they have experience, and because they forked off, they had a different idea of what the cryptocurrency that they wanted to work on should do. So creative differences. And for me, team, who's running the show, who's the executive team, and do they have experience, and are they someone that can take their coin to the next level and really create not only the utility but run the team so that builds popularity and hype. Other parts that I'm thinking about when I'm getting in is the price point. For a lot of the coins right now under $1, ooh, getting a call. All the coins under $1 would make me a little bit more likely to, why not throw a little investment in there? Why not jump in there? Because when we're talking about, say, I did that with Verge 2 cents, and we're looking at 14 to 18 cents right now. A lot of good things going on with Verge. It's worth it. It's worth, I think my position on Verge, I bought 5,000 Verge at 2 cents, and that was what it cost me, about $100, something like that. And now that Verge is worth $700-800. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. And it's definitely worth putting it out there at this time, because just right now, with the hype and popularity and the market cap going from high 500 billions to all of a sudden we're at 650 billion, there's just more and more hype and money coming into the cryptocurrency space. So at least for the short term, it could be a good investment, jumping in like that and at least getting some quick returns. Let's see, other things, technology. Does the technology behind the cryptocurrency make sense? Is it secure? Is it fast? There's so many other factors within this technology conversation that I broke them down into other aspects, right? The privacy, the speed of it, those seem to be the biggest things. How fast can it process? How many transactions can it process per second? Other things, brand, reputation. Was it a coin that crashed out and had some issues in its old days? Something like Dogecoin. Ooh, that's speaking of that, I'm totally forgetting one thing. Limited supply. I was just making this list before I started recording. So again, if there's any other factors that you think should be taken care of, is whether please share it with me. I'll put on this list and I'll start thinking about it, because now that I've put this rationale list together, brand, reputation, potential, the leaders, what I mean by that is pretty much the CEO. Like Vitalik from Ethereum, apparently, he has a lot of weight in the media around cryptocurrency. Charlie Lee with Litecoin, who he gets a lot of exposure, has a lot of followers. I think that's a big plus when it comes to these companies and these different cryptocurrencies. And of course, I just wrote there, limited supply. I think for a lot of investors, the coins that do have a limited supply tend to be something a little bit more attractive for them. All right. And so when I have this, I'm going to keep on working this and evolving my rationale list. And then I'm going to keep on evolving different plans and strategies. Am I going to buy? How much am I going to buy? And when would I like to exit? How much am I going to exit with? I'm going to take 20% of my profits off the table, and at what point? Am I going to include stop losses? For some of these positions, I may not want to do a stop loss. If you look at, say, was it Bitcoin Cash? You see this huge dip on the market and just dropped like to 1,600, went right back up to 3,000. If you had a stop loss in there, basically it just close you out of your stop loss, and then you lose your position. So some coins I may not be doing stop losses, I'd say, for a majority of them, just because of the extreme volatility. But for other coins, I think it does make sense to evaluate each investment one at a time and make that determination. Is that position in that cryptocurrency up just because of hype only, and it doesn't really have much of team, it doesn't have much in terms of the application for the long run? For something like that, that would probably push me into wanting to use a stop loss so that I don't so that I could potentially ride up the hype train, but get out of my position without losing everything once people realize that there's no fundamentals, there's no real application behind that cryptocurrency, and then things crash out. So I think that would be a case-by-case basis. And then on top of that, maybe some of these coins, for example, Verge or some of these other ones, I may active trade, between lunchtime, before, after work. I may actively trade them. That's going to be more in terms of just me upgrading myself and educating myself more about how maybe I could be more profitable. But for right now, I can't imagine, with the amount of time that I can put in, or the lack of time I can put in, I can't imagine being much more profitable than just finding and trying to pick winners and hold on to them, right? And so that's the other strategy. Are you going to go long? You're going to hodl. Basically, you're going to hold it for a long time. And then what exchange am I going to get that on? Not all these coins are available on all these platforms. For example, I think it was Tron. I think you can buy Tron on Binance, but one of these other coins, I forget which one it was. It might be Magi, Heat. I don't know. Some of these aren't even available on Bittrex or Binance exchanges. So I've been even looking up, what is this? Cryptopia. I think that's one. I just signed up for the account. I honestly don't even know if I can be fully registered and even use this platform. There's other places like Bitconnect that doesn't allow US customers for probably taxation and legal reasons. But with Cryptopia, I know that I can find things like, man, what was another one? I think there's some brand new ones making big moves, like ALTcoin. I'm probably saying that horrible. That's one example that I only found here on Cryptopia, but is not on Bittrex or Binance. So that's why I put that there. Exchange. So my job, now that I am evolving my rationale and evolving this plan, strategies, how I'm going to do that, I want to go through each of these coins one at a time and really put in a good maybe 30 minutes, an hour on each one, just researching from all these different rationales, writing out what is their utility, how is it going to be used, and maybe it's not even being, a lot of these cases it's not being used for that, but it's potential of the utility, potential of the application, and going through reading the white papers to see a little bit more of it about the technology. Now, I'm not a programmer, I'm not anything like that, so it's probably going to go completely over my head, but maybe what is their intent, what is their premise behind the technology, rather than me actually understanding the ones and zeros, so to speak. Finding in a price point. So this is going to be more me looking at the charts. Am I at a good time? Is it below the highest highs? Is it during a time of good correction? So I'm going to write out my rationales for each of these coins and kind of just be a good investor. Again, my focus is to be a value investor rather than a just kind of day trader or anything along those lines. And to be a value investor, I believe that you have to do your homework, do your research to find out where that value is. Because as you can get value, for example, something like Ripple, right? So I was in at Ripple originally around 29 cents. I believe it's already up to $1, if not already over $1 today. But I think Ripple has a lot of these factors going on for it in terms of my rationale. I still think it's probably a good price point. If it goes on to Amazon, it's going to be great. So all these other factors can be really helpful, and I think Ripple's a good example of that. As I go through and make, get my research done and become a good value investor. That's what I was saying. Sorry. Ripple is a good example of something with good value. All right. And I believe it has good value because it hits a lot of these rationale points, and it hits them really good. All right. I think there's a reason why it's number 4 on the market cap. Yep. Number 4 with $4 billion volume last 24 hours. So I like that. So in the future, I'm going to be doing future videos. I'll try and break down individual coins as I research more and more. And on top of that, if you like this list, if you have something similar on your own, and maybe I'm missing some coins that you think I should put on this list, please comment. Don't forget to leave your wallet addresses, because pretty soon here I'm going to be giving out $5 in Bitcoin. I might even choose a different coin. The transaction fees with Bitcoin are insane right now, but either way, I'm going to be giving out $5 worth every video in the near future. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and comment, and let me know if there's anything else I need to do, from maybe adding other coins, maybe different rationale points that I should put into the framework of my research and what I should be looking into, and also other plans, strategies. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I can evolve this, and let's all be better value investors, better investors all together. So that's it for today's video. I'll call it there, and again, I'll make future videos about more of the individual coins as I see more and more value with each, maybe some hot picks or some winners. But that's, again, the main list that I'm looking at right here for 2018, and I'm sure this will evolve over time. All right, with that being said, as Crypto Doc, I want to leave you with a good health tip. Maybe I'm not even on the right page, might have lost it. But the health tip for today and holidays, this is something I practice at the end of each holidays, is to incorporate some intermittent fasting into your dietary practices. So I always do it after, say, Christmas, after New Year. I know I get into bad foods and drinking and all this stuff. So after those days, I like to incorporate at least a few days of intermittent fasting, and the benefits are just great. Anything from when I incorporate it with patients, crazy improvement with anything from their blood sugars to their body fat percentages to their brain fog clearing up to getting better sleep. A lot of these factors are a big part, and intermittent fasting can help you kickstart into ketosis. Ketosis being breaking down fats into ketones. And I found this cool little article here on Healthline, 10 health benefits of intermittent fasting. A lot of these are things that I teach my patients when I'm helping them to overcome diabetes and chronic illnesses. But intermittent fasting, big part of it. Great for hormones, great for cellular and genetic expression. Intermittent fasting help. Let's go through these. Body fat percentage, we mentioned that. Really great with insulin resistance, lowering your risk for type 2 diabetes. So go through this, check out the article. I thought that was pretty good. It's a pretty good overview of the benefits of intermittent fasting, and incorporate it into your life after these holidays so that you can kind of swing the pendulum back the other way. Keep your health. I'm always going to be here for your health, because I want you to be healthy to enjoy all your cryptocurrency profits at the same time. All right, you guys, I'm checking off, and I am coming up to my Christmas break. This will be my last week. I'm going to take next week off of work, and I'm going to try and do a couple videos, maybe a couple videos per day, so that I can just start getting some more content out there. And I have a lot of homework with me to go through and potentially make videos about a lot of these coins that I find promising. All right, checking off, Crypto Doc. Looking forward to talking to you next time. Later.